What do you call an empire that lasts twice as long as ancient Rome, conquers 3 continents, and changes the course of world history? The Ottomans, and their story, is more incredible than you could imagine. We're unveiling the entire 623-year saga of the Ottoman Empire, from tribal origins to global domination. Get ready for a historical roller coaster that will leave you speechless. The roots of the Ottoman Empire can be traced back to the Kai tribe, a branch of the Oghuz Turks. These nomadic people hailed from the vast steppes of Central Asia, known for their fierce warrior culture and military prowess. In the 13th century, as the Mongol hordes swept across Asia, the Kai, like many other tribes, were forced to flee their ancestral lands. Led by Ertugrul Ghazi, the Kai made their way into Anatolia, eventually settling near the town of Sogut. This region on the fringes of the Byzantine Empire would become the cradle of the Ottoman power. At the time, the dominant force in Anatolia was the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum, and the Kai initially pledged their allegiance to these Turkish rulers. However, the political landscape of Anatolia was in flux. In 1243, the Seljuks suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of the Mongols in the Battle of Kosa Dağ. This event marked the beginning of the end for Seljuk power in the region, creating a power vacuum that smaller Turkish beyliks or principalities began to fill. It was in this context that Ertugrul's son, Osman I, rose to prominence. Taking leadership of the Kai around 1280, Osman proved to be an ambitious and capable leader. As Seljuk influence waned, Osman began to expand his territory, pushing into Byzantine lands and attracting followers with his military successes. A key factor in the early success of the Ottomans was their adoption of the Ghazi identity. The concept of the Ghazi, or warrior of Islam, held great appeal in the frontier regions of Anatolia. It allowed the Ottomans to attract warriors from neighboring tribes, and even from Christian lands, swelling their ranks with men eager for conquest and glory. The legend of Osman's dream became a powerful symbol of Ottoman destiny. According to the tale, Osman dreamt of a great tree growing from his chest, its branches spreading to cover the world. This vision was interpreted as a divine sign of the future greatness of the Ottoman state, inspiring generations of rulers and subjects alike. While Osman's dream foretold greatness, it was his practical actions that transformed this vision into reality. The rise of the Ottoman Empire hinged on a delicate balance of military might and political savvy that would reshape the map of Anatolia. Osman I, also known as Osman Gazi, took the reins of his father Ertugrul's small frontier principality and began to expand its influence. His strategic moves and charismatic leadership would lay the groundwork for an empire that would endure for centuries. While Osman's dream foretold greatness, it was his practical actions that transformed this vision into reality. The rise of the Ottoman Empire hinged on a delicate balance of military might and political savvy that would reshape the map of Anatolia. Osman I, also known as Osman Gazi, took the reins from his father Ertugrul's small frontier principality and began to expand its influence. His strategic moves and charismatic leadership would lay the groundwork for an empire that would endure for centuries. In 1299, Osman made a bold move that would change the course of history. He officially declared independence from the declining Seljuk Sultanate, marking the birth of the Ottoman Empire. This act of defiance was not merely symbolic, It was a calculated risk that positioned the Ottomans to fill the power vacuum left by the crumbling Seljuk state. With newfound autonomy, Osman set his sights on the weakened Byzantine frontier towns. His forces, driven by the Ghazi warrior ethos, targeted key strongholds that would strengthen their position in the region. The captures of Bilecik, Yenisehir, and Inegul were significant victories that demonstrated the growing power of the Ottoman state. These conquests not only expanded Ottoman territory, but also provided strategic locations for further expansion. The Ghazi warrior ethos proved to be a powerful force in fueling Ottoman expansion. This ideology, which combined religious fervor with military prowess, attracted new fighters who were committed to spreading Islam into Christian territories. The promise of conquest and religious duty drew warriors from various backgrounds, swelling the ranks of Osman's forces and providing a steady stream of motivated soldiers. As the Ottoman state grew, so did the need for organization and administration. Osman established Yenisehir as the first Ottoman administrative center, creating a hub from which he could manage his expanding territories. This move demonstrated Osman's foresight in recognizing that military conquest alone was not enough to build a lasting empire. Effective governance was equally crucial.